Welcome.
Welcome to Pretty Heated.
It's getting pretty heated in here.
Hot, hot, hot on a
Hot, hot, hot.
Monday.
And it is getting pretty hot because we're both going on hot, hot trips. Tell
We
us about your
sure
trip.
are. Yeah, we were just discussing. We're going to take a little flight, fly far away, and never come back ever.
It's
JK, I'll
exactly what we're doing.
be back in about 7 business days. Less than that, 5. I am going to Portugal.
What?
Doing a little Lisbon.
Little Lesbo.
Lesbian trip. Lisbon and Lagos
Let's
with
fucking go.
lifetime bestie Chelsea Skinner.
Let's go. I wish I could
Yeah,
come.
I wish you could come too.
Do you guys have big plans yet?
I'm so anti itinerary. It's
Same.
like I hate it.
Hate it.
But then
I'm like, don't
sometimes
confine me.
no, but then sometimes I'm like, then you go places and you're like, did I do anything which like also I don't care about?
No, that's how I feel. Okay, it's good to know because I feel like we'd be good travelers together. Cause same.
Like, I just wanna go to restaurants and eat and, like, walk around and be like, "Oh, this place is cool," and then, like, find something. We are, like even, like, Lisbon in particular, I know there's, like, all the, like, historical little things and sites that you can go to. Uh,
Hmm.
I struggle with museums. I love, like, a modern art museum. Apparently, their architecture museum is, like, amazing, and I'm like, "I don't know if I wanna do that."
Okay.
But I might. But then in Lagos, the only things we've, like, booked is in Lagos, we are doing, like, a boat tour, kayaking tour of, like, the caves kinda
That's
thing.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like shit like that that's like, I'm doing something and it's interactive.
My thing is I'm always like and this happened last time Skinner and I went to New York. We booked a bunch of things to do, like, we went to a baseball game, we went to a Broadway show, da, da, da. They were all fun, but you know what they got in the way of? Eating and drinking, because they're all at the
Exactly.
times that you would do that.
Exactly.
And then, like, you don't
Yeah.
get to check out the fucking fun restaurants, and you have to eat shitty, like, quick food on the places on the way to the things.
And you
That
are a hospitality girly, so it's like you love the food, you love the drink, you wanna see, like, what's going on in different cities with that. And it's like, yeah, I feel like when you overplan, you just end up kind of ruining your own trip.
yeah, and, like, what if we catch a vibe, or what if we meet cool locals, and they're like, "Oh,
True.
this thing," and then you're like, "Well, we already paid for this stupid thing." So
Yeah. Yeah.
no real plans, just we've booked our travel between Lisbon and Lagos. We have a place to stay at both of them.
Perfect.
And we have, like, some restaurants that we, like, wanna check out, but mostly I think also I haven't been to Portugal in, like, 10 years,
Oh, I was gonna
and
ask if you'd ever been.
yeah, I haven't really spent a lot of time in Lisbon. I was, like, there for a day in between flights, and I
Okay.
was in Lagos, but, like, it was, like, a fever dream. That was so long ago.
What did
Um
you do last time? Like, were the vibes good?
Well, so the first time I ever went, I met with a girl that I used to work with at Jack Astor's.
Mhm.
We both moved. It was when I was just moved over to Europe, and she, like, was living with this woman who had, like, a horse sanctuary rehabilitation thing.
Was it Yogi by chance?
Yeah, it was Yogi. It was Yogi. She actually is worldwide. She's not just PEI. Uh,
Remind us to tell you about Yogi.
worth a story. But yeah, so I went with her and we were in Lagos, but then she was staying somewhere up in the is it called the Algarve when you're up in the mountains? Or is the Algarve down low? I think the Algarve is low. Anyway, I went up with her and hung out with these people and we made Portuguese fire water, which is like from this berry called like a madrino berry or something that tastes
Ooh.
like tequila and moonshine had a baby, and it reacts like absinthe. Like you get like lit on it, but we made it, which was so cool, and, like, just hung out with horses and stuff like that. And then the other
Shit.
times I went was with my ex, whose uncle was, like, an oil guy, and they rented, like, some insane villa, and we went and stayed there and, like, ate bougie food. It was very, like, the Brits do Portugal kinda thing.
Okay, so cool. My dad went to Portugal last year, but I've never been, so I feel like you're gonna have to get all the updated hotspots so I can go back for a visit.
Yeah, it's also one of those places right now where, like, everyone's going, so also people keep being like, "Oh, everyone's going there. Oh, you're going too?" And I'm like, "Fuck me, sorry, it's a direct flight."
So sorry. Sorry, I should have gone to Truro. My
Yes.
bad.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry I didn't go to Japan, like, which everyone else is I just whatever. You can never make
No.
people happy.
And also, you're not here to make other people happy, you're here to make yourself happy. Is it like are you gonna be, like, in bathing suits? Is it that kinda
I don't think it's gonna be as hot as I initially was thinking it was. When I
mm,
was there at the other times of year, it was, like, late in September and it was really hot, and I was there in, like, November one of the times, and it was still really warm, but I think they're like us where it takes a while for the heat to kick in, and then once it does,
Right, it's hot.
currently, they're getting a lot of rain, and I'm seeing people who are there right now complain,
Okay.
but I think by the time we get there, it's gonna be, like, 24, 25, which, like, I'll fucking take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Truly. I've heard that Nova Scotia has been getting some shit ass weather.
Bro, it's been abysmal, like, our only sunny days are, like, the most high wind, you can't stand outside, you're just getting, like,
I
whipped
hate
around.
those. Yeah.
We haven't had real weather, so it's been annoying, and it rained all day today, and anyway, blah, blah, blah. Where are you flying to?
I'm flying into Barcelona and meeting my second shooter there. I'm shooting a wedding, which I'm so excited about. This couple is amazing, and it's just like a really fun wedding. They're gonna do like a welcome party and then a wedding day. And that's in Costa Brava.
Costa
So
Brava.
we stay a night in Barcelona, and then like all the vendors are driving in like one van. We head out to Costa Brava, do our like a 3 nights there. And staying with a couple and, hanging out with them, which is so fun. And then I'm going back to Barcelona and my wife is flying in, Sarah.
We love Sarah.
Flying, let's go, Sarah. She's flying into Barcelona. I'm going to pick her up, and then we're flying to Mallorca
That's gonna be so
and
nice.
just doing a little week there.
Just a
So
week you
that'll,
guys are gonna do?
yeah, yeah. I think we're
Nice.
doing like 6 nights there, and then we're gonna go back to Barcelona just like the night before, so that we're not like rushed to get back on our plane to go back. Yeah, because I'll already have been there for like 4 days once Sarah gets there, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I like shorter trips lately. I don't know if it's because I travel so much for work,
Mhm.
but I'm like, I'd rather just go enjoy something and not like overdo it.
For sure. And, like, again, as we were also discussing,
Disgusting.
and as your hat was telling, like, doing nothing always sounds really nice, but then it gets, really hard to do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And, like,
Yeah.
obviously, sometimes that's easier when you're away, but also at a certain point, you're like, "Okay, we've been doing this now for, like, a full week, and I'm just thinking about everything at home."
100%. Yeah. And it's just, I mean, yeah, that's probably, I need to break that. But it's also like peak wedding season for me. And I just need to like, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's just nice to take a little break in between.
How many weddings do you have this summer season?
20,
It's just a couple.
just 20.
Just
I was like, I'm going to
just
do 15. And then I started talking to people and I was like, well, you're so cool. Let's hang out.
damn it. Could bad people start applying, please?
Yeah. No, they do.
They do. They don't get accepted.
Hey,
Yeah.
how are you?
I'm good, I'm good. I mean, I'm good. I was in a car accident last week as we discussed, and my hot update is that I'm not well. I was underestimating my pain shock. Surprisingly, I was in shock and not paying attention. It turns out I have, like, moderate whiplash and a bunch of soft tissue damage. So
Oh, dude, I'm
speaking
so
of
sorry.
resting, I've been written off work, which, as we know, within our industries, that's not an easy thing to
No,
achieve. But, yeah, it's annoying. It's a lot of appointments, trying to figure it out. I'm pretty sore. I've had some headaches. I've just been being a big baby all week.
you're not being a baby. You're being perfectly in line with how you're feeling and what happened to you. So I feel like
Yeah, it's
we just like as women just like minimize everything and we're like, I think I'm fine. I'm pretty sure I'm fine.
I gotta be
It's all good.
fine.
Or you
Nobody
like gaslight
died.
yourself and you're like, I'm definitely not feeling that. That is for pussies. That's not me.
There's no
And
chance.
and then it's like, no, girl, you got in a car accident.
I know. You're just like, "Well, I didn't lose a leg, so, like, it can't be serious. The car
Yeah,
didn't
no.
flip, like, there's no way I'm hurt."
But
And
even
it's
if you
like,
did lose your leg, you'd be like, oh, fuck.
"Didn't lose
It's not
both."
that bad. I didn't lose both of them. Exactly.
Knock on wood. God help me.
Yeah,
I never
no,
lose a
no,
limb. I'm so
I
not strong
know.
enough to deal with that. I
No.
am I've always said this. Me and Steven always talked about it where it's like if I and like no offense to everyone who has limb differences. Y'all are badasses. I am not a badass.
No.
I would not be a success story. There would be no marathons, there would be no team sports. I would be at home crying for the rest of time.
That's so funny. I'm literally the same. I'm like, I am not God's strongest soldier, and I am so fucking not resilient.
It's like not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It would be everyone's problem for the rest of time.
Well, it's like when my mom died, and everyone's like, "You're so strong," and I'm like, I just what yeah, I guess, 'cause
And it's like we once the thing is when you go through fucking shit, you somehow do just get over it. And I'm like, I wouldn't be able to, but like I guess that's the whole
you
point of these
do.
stories is people do.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so inspired by people who just yeah, like, her are running marathons. I'm like, I don't run a marathon.
2
with 2
legs.
legs. So,
Not doing it.
badass.
Speaking
Holy fuck.
of mothers, how was yesterday, which was Mother's Day for you?
Yeah, it was, you know, uh, it was fine. Okay, the day itself was actually not bad. The night before, it just, like, hit me like a ton of bricks, and I just had a really good cry, but I was saying this to my sister, like, I don't think I've been crying a lot lately, and I think I needed a good cry, like a guttural, like, sob, and it actually
Mhm.
just felt, like, good. Yeah, just, like, a lot of changes in life recently, and I think it's, like, I can't believe my mom's not here to talk to her about it, but I yeah, it's funny how these days I mean, it also doesn't help that, like, everybody is posting and, like, it's just up to me to avoid social media, but then I don't. And then it's like, obviously, yeah, post. I'm, like, gonna post the shit out of everybody I love. Like, just, like, on Father's Day, I'll post about my dad and, like, people who don't have dads or aren't in their life. Like, it's like they're all it's my job to avoid social media that day, but I obviously didn't.
It can.
Um, yeah. And then yesterday was good. Actually, I had my mother-in-law over and my sister-in-law, and it was actually really nice. And we just had them like no spouses, no babies. And just like made them lunch and just celebrated and had mimosas and that was nice. And then I had a nap and then I painted our deck
Okay, Miss Get
with
It
Sarah.
Done. Your hat is a lie by the sounds of things, but
No, it is a lie. But I'm also like, I
the
think
hat
it was
says
good from
okay to rest for everyone who isn't watching.
it just says okay.
It just says okay.
Okay. We don't believe the to rest part. Um, what was I gonna say? It was nice to, like, do something like painting the deck because I was like, "I'm not on my phone, and I can
Mm,
just, like, focus on this," you know?
yeah. Do you think that, like, the Saturday was it do you think were you triggered by, like, knowing the next day was the thing, or was it
I
just
think
like
so.
yeah.
It's, like,
I think
anticipatory.
that's funny too, like, even not that it's the same thing, but, like, birthdays or holidays, like, sometimes it's the day before that's
Yes.
the worst that you're just like, "Oh, this thing is coming," and maybe
Yes.
that's why the day isn't as bad because you, like, had the release and you did it and you're like,
Mhm.
"Alright, now we're just in it."
No, it's so true. I think that's exactly it. I think that's the entire reason why it's not as hard is because you've already it's like the anticipation is much worse than the actual day.
Yeah, I mean, my mom who lost her mother, my mom
Mhm.
was much older than you were when she lost her, but my grandmother was so young, she was 64, and it's been,
Mm.
over, like, 22, 23 years, and it's still every Mother's Day, and she has her own
Mhm.
children, right? But it's just like,
Yeah,
you don't have your own mother, like, it's always a sad day when
totally.
you don't have this person that
Oh.
when you
Did
have
you
a
spend some
mom.
time with Colleen yesterday?
I did, I was, if you could hear it, which I left you a disgusting voice note yesterday.
But you're so sweet. She sent me a voice note just being like, "I'm thinking about you today." She's just
No, I was like,
very thoughtful angel.
"Happy I love you.
Sorry, your mom's dead.
Fuck you, bitch, have a good day."
I'm gonna go hang out with my mom.
I said, "Do you wanna hear what I'm doing today?"
What's it like not having a mom today? I'm gonna go see mine.
My mom's, like, so annoying.
Huh.
No, I was very sick and gross yesterday. I still am a little bit today, you can hear it, but it's not as bad. So I was when I woke up, I was like, "Man, I'm not gonna be able to go see this woman. I don't have the ability to talk like, I don't wanna see anyone. I'm just not in the mood."
Yeah,
But I powered through, I rallied, I caffeined, and I went over and we hung out,
good for you.
and it was just very chill. My brother was there, and obviously my sister-in-law and the kids, and then my aunt is home, right now. She's,
Nice.
like, moved home, and she's staying
Okay,
with my mom, so she was there, and it was just
nice.
really chill. We hung out for a few hours and she got, like, 7 bouquets of flowers because, like, what else do you give a mother, you know?
I know. I mean, I love now that I'm older, I'm like, "Give me all the flowers." I love them, and they're so expensive.
I know, I always get so jealous when, like, celebrities, like, launch something and then it's like they film their house and it's just, like, 75 bouquets. I'm like, "That's
Give
God."
me that.
Yeah, I want
That
that.
was Colleen yesterday. Just
Yeah.
75 bouquets.
Yeah, it was cute. So
I'm
and
gonna say it
we're
though, there's some really ugly bouquets out there.
r I don't buy them anymore because also I'm like, I'm not paying $50 minimum for, like, you're filled with greenery bouquet. Like, I want a
Oh, no.
floral bouquet.
I have to show you this florist in Calgary. She's fucking amazing. Her name's like it's Jarman Studios, and it's like her arrangements are like art. Like I'm like, put this in my house. Have you ever seen that guy that does those big
Yes.
arrangements on?
Well,
Yeah,
he,
I'm
like
like,
and then he lets them go, and
he's
it's
like,
like yeah.
drops them into the vase,
Hospice.
the vase. Oh my god, in my house and in the Louvre.
Please. Put it in both.
Yeah.
Put it in both. Put it inside me.
Literally.
Literally.
But you had a good time. It was fun.
It was nice. It was nice.
Okay. And the kids were excited.
Yeah, they're so cute. They always I'm both their godmothers.
Of course they
So
are.
they always
Fairy
like
godmother.
happy godmother day, which I'm like, whatever. But
Oh,
it's
that's really
cute.
sweet.
It's
That's
sweet.
really
As
sweet.
they should. I mean, I always, you know what I mean? Like godparents in my family were always a big thing. It was always our aunts and
Mm,
uncles, but
mhm.
it was always you called your godmother. That's what you do. You call your godmother on Mother's Day. And even Gina, like my aunt Gina, I obviously bought her flowers as well. She doesn't
Yeah.
have children of her own, but I'm like, you've been a caretaker in my life. You've taught me,
And
you
you've
know
been
what
a
I
mother
mean?
figure to me, like a maternal figure, like a
Yeah.
yeah.
And I hate to I like struggle with that because like I know it's like nobody does as much work as women who birth babies and then have to fucking feed them and care for them. But like I don't know, I do think it's like important. I guess again, this is always the thing of like, are we taking away from people by extending things to other people? But
No.
not
Like, we're
everyone's
just giving
circumstance.
more to people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't think it's like, if you see it as it's taking away from you, I think that's a you problem. Do you know what I mean? Not to
for
be a
sure.
dick, but I'm like, if that's taking away from you that somebody else is getting something, like, check yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, even for you, like your mom's not here anymore, but that doesn't mean you don't have people who like make you feel and obvious it's no one's ever going to replace your mother, but what an even sadder experience if you never could let anyone be motherly to you again. Being
Exactly.
like, "Oh no, you're not my mom." And it's like that's dumb because the reality is like we all need it where you can get it, and whether that's from your friends or your mother-in-law or your aunts, like
Yeah, like, let love in.
let
But
love
also, I
in.
am doing interviews for a new mother, so, we'll be hosting those in June.
We should do an
Applications will be open,
episode where we get all of our friends' moms on.
and I can pick which one I like the best.
Yeah, and you just, like you get to ask them questions of how they would handle situations, and
You
then we'll
know,
determine whose mother goes to you.
so true. I was also messaging my friends yesterday, and one of them was like, "Thank you, like to all of you. You're teaching me how to be a better mom by being my friend." And I think that's like that's so special. Like, women just are constantly helping each other, and like you said, it doesn't need to be like a birth mother. Many of us know that it doesn't need to be your birth mother to provide that like warmth in your life.
For sure. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a couple of our friends' first Mother's Day. And I'm
Yeah,
like, "Y'all are moms."
y'all are moms. It's
I know, I
freaking
was
me
like, there was
out.
so many people to text yesterday. I was like, I
I
had to
know.
think of so many people. I was like, "Why can't I just call my mom and call it a fucking day?"
Jess is like, "Hey, Becky has a dead mom. These two are new moms. Oh my fucking god!" You had to like
But,
chat
"You're a
GPT, like,
dog mom, and if I don't say that to you, you're the type of person who's gonna be offended."
"You're a plant mama.
You're just a mamacita, and I appreciate that.
You're just shaking your damn ass, and I love that too. So I'm gonna message you about it
Thank
because your
you.
mama gave you that."
Yeah, you've been serving my whole life. I just gotta thank you.
But truly, shout out to moms, like literally raising the world on their shoulders. So
I really don't know how they do it. On the topic of mothers, I finally started The Valley. And
does it not make you depressed?
has there never been a greater advertisement to not have children?
Oh, every time I watch it, I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm actually so good.
Pretty
I've
solid on
never,
that choice. It's no,
holy,
it's crazy, and it's like there's 2 things. 2 things that I love about The Valley. Or thoughts about The Valley. One, I love that they're real people. Like, no one can media train Kristen Doty. Like,
ever.
Brittany is insane and just, like, could not care how she comes across at all.
Brittany reminds me of our friend Amy.
Like, just, like, in her own
Just like,
head, living in
yeah,
her
and just
world,
like living her life, like
happy.
happy. And she's like, don't like, she doesn't care what she says, but in like a good way. And she's just like, just living like not cerebrally, like very, very much like I'm just living here.
Yeah,
Like,
just,
just
like,
let me live.
touching the experiencing and having it. Like, she's so
Yeah.
she's just, like she's like and she's always, like, friends with everyone, and, like, nobody's ever mad at Brittany because she just, like, is like, "Oh, no, did I say that? Like, sorry."
Date night.
Da
Yeah.
Date night. And
We're going
also
for date
because
night.
there's so many real bodies. Yes, like,
Yes.
they've all had moms. They've all had
Oh,
kids, so, like, obviously also a lot of them newly just had kids.
hmm.
But especially in Hollywood and LA, like, again, Kristen and Brittany, like, God love them for not having these, like, snatched fake and here they are getting, they will soon
I know.
enough.
I know. I was actually surprised. I'm like, And this is how horrible it is because to be, well, in a bigger body and, like, being like, in my head, I'm like, "I'm so shocked they are not on Ozempic." Like, I was like, "You have access to it, you're in Hollywood, you're in LA," like, I was like, "Everybody around you is doing it." I'm like, "I can't even imagine the pressure."
Well, and it's also funny though, because it is dumb. It's like you're gonna spend all this money on plastic surgery to like get a tummy tuck. I don't know why. If you're gonna do something, I
Mhm.
guess Ozempic would make more sense because it's like
I just
less.
hate that that's where I go. I'm that's not me being like, "Oh, you need to." It's like, "Oh, wow, like, so brave to not do it amongst these girls." I'm like, "No, I love seeing their bodies. I love, like, seeing their realness." And, like, no I fucking hate when people say that too. There's this, like, skit of this girl being like, "I'm so tired of being called brave at the beach
I know, like
for, like, having my body."
but it's true because we
Yeah.
don't see it represented in media that
No.
we take in. Like
Mm,
I follow there's this fitness girl who's always been jacked and in incredible shape, but she had saggy boobies from having lost and gained weight so many times in her life, and she's like
mhm,
a rocket. But like one thing that she was always super realistic about is like her boobs weren't perfect, and
mhm.
then she had the most beautiful nose. But I think she's like Albanian originally, and she went and
Like a
got.
like, nice, like, big, like, Roman
And
nose
it wasn't
kinda?
even that big. It was just like I guess she felt it was bulbous, but
Ugh, makes me
and she
so
went and got
sad.
them done at the same time, and it's just like,
Mm.
now to me, you're just like a complete caricature of a human. You're completely unattainable. Like before
Yes.
it was like there were some things to be like, yeah, you've built this insane brand. She's so cool and she's such a
Mhm,
badass, and she's responded to all the people being like, "Oh, I don't care if you think it doesn't make me real anymore. Like I choose what makes me happy." And like power to her, she did say I'm doing these things. She didn't hide it and then be like, but it sucks as real women, like regular humans who have imperfections and bodies in
mhm.
different shapes. And it's not that I'm like, I get why they do it, but
Yeah.
it's you are falling victim to the thing that now the rest of us have to. That is all we get to digest day in and day out is people who look one certain way, and it's exhausting.
It's so fucking exhausting. I feel like I've never thought about Botox, plastic surgery, or Ozempic more in my life than I have right now, and I'm just being so real. I'm like, it's watching everyone else do it and being like, "Oh, am I gonna be the brave bitch who stays fat and ugly behind everybody else?" Like, I'm like, "Why do I have to be that person all the time? Like, let me do all these things." But then I'll, like, see somebody with this, like, gorgeous, real nose, and I'm like and then she gets a nose job, and, like, on one hand, I'm like, I am so for, like, your body, your choice on everything. I'm like, "These are your decisions. I want you to make them, like, I don't get to, like, police that shit." But on the other hand, I'm like, this beauty stereotype or like this prototype of beauty that we're all trying to achieve, none of us are going to achieve and none of us are going to actually be happy.
No, but
So, but now here's the bar and like oh, I just like it's so our looks are like the least interesting thing about us and I really truly think that. But you can't help but getting caught up in all of it. Like I have these lines here now that I'm like, "Oh god, I need Botox." Like they need to go away. Like I can't do this. And then like it's hard right now.
one, it pushes the needle further and further. It raises every time because before it used to be, oh, people got Botox, and now it's like regular people are getting facelifts,
Yes.
and regular people. That used to be like a Hollywood elite thing, and it's like now everyone's like on peptides, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to begin any of those processes, and
Also,
it's
like, what's a peptide? I thought they were in road lip stuff. I don't know
no,
what a
like,
peptide
apparently you
is.
have to, like, there's ones to, like, literally make you thin, and that's the other thing too is, like, on social media, so much of the people who are selling you fitness or whatever, they're all on these things that have, like, falsely given them that body, and then they're
Yes,
selling you this bullshit that you're gonna look like that by
exactly.
working out hard, and it's like, that's never possible, and, like,
Also
I
genetics, people.
yeah, genetics, and, like, I am a very active person who tries really
Yes, you
hard to
are.
look a certain way, and it doesn't work. Like, sure, am I healthy? Sure,
Mhm.
will my body last longer because of the things I'm doing? But, like, no matter how hard I work, as hard as those girls, obviously, I'm also not paid to do it, so, like, I'm not living perfectly or having somebody cook all my meals and I'm 100%. But, like, I bust my ass, and I still look like a regular human. The reality is, like,
You
for
look
most
incredible.
people no, and it's, like, fine. Try really
Like, stand
hard.
up. Turn around right now. Show the world that ass.
No, but for how hard I work and, like, people
I know, my sister says the
doctors
same
have said
thing.
this to
Yeah.
me, they're like, it is true, you would think you might, like, be thinner," and I'm like, "I agree."
Hey, but also, I hate this fucking narrative, like, of thinness being, like, the fucking bar. I'm like, "Why?" It's not the most fucking attractive thing, and I'm not saying, like, that all my thin friends aren't beautiful, and they fucking are, but I hate that that's the, like, pinnacle of, okay, you've achieved beauty because you're thin. I
Well,
fucking
it's
hate
just
that.
like you get like an automatic check mark. It's like skinny. Oh, and people then immediately go, "Oh, she's pretty." And like we
Mhm.
had this conversation with like Lexi, and when you were like, "She's," and I'm like, "Is she though? Like, really
Right.
look at that girl." And again, no offense to her, of course she is, but like they get skinny people get this like automatic like, "Oh, she's hot," and it's like, well,
I do it. I
I
literally look at
know,
them and I'm like, "Oh,
same.
beautiful," and then I'm like, "Okay, but is your personality beautiful?"
Or
Like, I
even
know that
sometimes,
that's
are there other features beautiful?
yeah.
And I struggle with that with women too. And again, I know that we are all suffering from the same system we're in, but, like,
Mhm.
these girls who men, like, drool and they're like, "She's so hot, she's," and I'm like, "Nothing about that person is real. You are dating a
Ex
plastic Barbie doll." Like, she bought all of
exactly.
that, which
Yeah.
power to her, but it's also not power to her because 'cause we're just reinforcing.
Perpetuating. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, and it just, like, becomes in this day and age, it's just more impossible to love yourself, and I think that is, like, the real win here is if you can love yourself in this society.
And
So,
it's
like, working on the inner shit.
you have to. You'll see it all the time on TikTok where, like, people will say their age or something, and people will be like, "Holy shit, like, you look good for 35," and everyone's like, "Do you not know?" Because people
What
don't
a
anymore. People
35-year-old
don't
looks
know
like.
what 35 looks like.
Also, no offense, but the plastic surgery is making people look so much older and Botox. I'm like, for the first 2 years, I'm like, "Slay." Then, like, year 5, I'm like, "Oh, honey, you look 45 and you're 23." Like,
Yes,
that's
and
crazy.
everything's just, like, pumped up and, like,
Oh,
I
I
don't
know,
know.
and,
I
like, somebody said they left LA the other day, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's so refreshing to see real faces." Like, this is crazy.
Well, we talked about it early on, like, real teeth
Mhm.
and having, like, and it's so funny, I was watching, have you watched any of, Big Mistakes? Dan Levy
Yes,
show?
I'm obsessed.
The mom, and God
Yeah,
love her, she is a beautiful woman, she has a characteristic face, like,
yeah,
she clearly hasn't had work done,
yeah.
and when I'm looking at her, I'm not like, "Oh, you're ugly." Oh, I'm like, I'm taking in her features, and I'm just like, "It's your
You're
face is so interesting."
interesting, and your story of your, like, life is told on your face. Do you know what I mean?
100%, and, like, the scenes where it's her and the blonde lady from fucking Weeds, who I fucking love,
I
and
love her so much. I
she's
love everybody. They cast this show so fucking well, but
I
oh
just
my god.
he can do no wrong in my mind. I'm obsessed
No,
with
me
him, even
neither.
though he plays the same person and everything, but he just plays himself, and you
Don't
know what?
care.
I love it. I love you, Dan Levy. But she in the contrasting between them and obviously God, what's her name? I can't remember, but the blonde woman, she's playing like a cunty, very
Mhm.
rich woman who obviously would have work done.
What is her name? Yeah.
But when it's flashing back and forth between their 2 faces, and I'm like, "You are a human, like, you're f like, acting, I can read the emotions on your face, and this other person who also has a job acting, I don't know what's happening."
100%. Also, Elizabeth Perkins. She plays Celia, right? In The Weeds?
Celia, she's also incredible show, I love
Oh,
that
so
show.
incredible. But yeah, exactly. You're, like, looking at them side by side, and they're probably the same age, no?
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it's very interesting. I actually also coming back to motherhood, I was raised with a mother who did not give one fuck about how she looked and, like, in the best way. She literally worked at a plastic surgery clinic and they, like, upon hiring her, they were like, "Okay, well, you get free or discounted surgery here, like, what would be your" she was the she was like they were like, "What would be your choice? Like, what would you want?" And I think that was part of the interview, and she's like, "I don't want any fucking plastic
She's
surgery."
like, "This is a fucking job."
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, "No, I'm here for the job." Um, and I think they, like, hired her on the spot. I mean, she was an amazing nurse, but I think they were just like, "Okay, great. Like, you're not here for all the perks," which I'm sure the perks of the job while you do jobs, but I think I was raised with that mentality of, like, that is the least interesting thing about you, so, like, every time I go to do it, I'm also so lazy in terms of, like, upkeep and maintenance, like, doing my nails is excruciating for me.
I
Like,
hate it.
having to go in every 3, 4 weeks, I'm like,
Hate it.
"Dude, I don't wanna spend an hour and a half here."
With a stranger, go
No, like, I'm
away.
good. And so I'm like, the thought of, like, I would probably do Botox once, and then I would be like, "Ugh," like, I don't wanna pay and then get needles in my face, and then, like, the whole upkeep thing, I'm like, I'm honestly good being kind of fug.
Yeah, like, I'm not an appointment girly. I hate when I have
Mhm,
appointments,
mhm,
regardless of even if they're for fun things. I just, like, it's such a stress to me of enough with real life that when I'm like, "Oh, and then I also have to hit these 3 other," it's just too much. But
100%.
I agree, like, I think both our moms were kinda similar in that way, and, like, I think my mom never really or has never really, which is so crazy because my mom is, but I think she identifies very masculine. And I think she
Really?
looked like a lot more like her dad, and
Mm,
like she has a big strong nose, and
mhm.
so do I. And my
I
mom
fucking
is
love your nose.
so pretty, but I think she
Beautiful.
sometimes doesn't see herself as feminine, so she's always kind of been like, well, whatever, this is how I look.
Same with my mom. Like, she was just very much like, "Oh, I'm gonna wear your dad's clothes for the rest of my life."
And it is a nice example, but then at the same time, I'm like, well, I mean, they both accept themselves, which is like really all you can ask.
Yeah,
But it's just
exactly.
it's hard to get to that
But then at the
point.
same time, I have friends who are like, "Yeah, I get Botox and, like, this makes me feel good." And I'm like, "If you feel good, that makes me feel good that you feel good." Like, I'm like, living in a country where we have choice is a beautiful thing."
Yeah, I just wish that it didn't I wish that it didn't determine our beauty,
Yeah, me
and
too.
that I wish that, like, again, it's now, "Oh, you're pretty, but, like, your face is maybe uneven, or you have pretty bad wrinkles, or, like, you could use a little," and it's we're always evaluating. A show that I always think about it when I watch is, Running Point. I haven't watched the
Ugh,
2nd season yet.
I haven't either.
But Kate Hudson, I remember, and I was so mad at myself watching the 1st season because I was so focused on her and the fact that you could see her age. And
Yeah,
not that I was judging it, I just, like, was so not distracted by it, but I'm like, "You never see this." Like,
yeah,
there are so many wrinkles around her eyes, and I'm like,
yeah.
"I can't believe that she, like, is on camera looking like that because it's just, like,
Especially because
not
she's Kate
acceptable."
Hudson.
Well, she's Kate Hudson, and she's obviously had some work. There's no doubt she doesn't have some work done, but she also
Yeah,
has let herself age, and
yeah.
I hate that but I hated that the whole time, like, part of my
That's what you're thinking
experience,
about.
yeah, was evaluating, like, "Oh, wow, she really, like, let herself, like, look like that. She's not scared to look like that." And I'm like, "Why
Yeah,
should that be my thought?"
I know, and, like and that's us who are, like,
Pretty, I know.
pretty fucking gorgeous, talking like that. No, that's us who are, like we're pretty aware of, like, how we feel and, like, how that isn't but then, like, the regular person who's just, like, looking at people and taking them at face value are, like they're looking at this being like, "Oh, yeah, she's kinda ugly," or like, "Oh, wow, she's aged," and, like, not thinking through how complex it is.
Yeah.
Also, as if Kate Hudson could ever be ugly, she's fucking my idol.
She's so
Um,
hot.
Also, I feel like maybe you can talk on this too, is, like, I think it's really different for somebody who's single as well. Like, it's like for me, I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, I know Sarah loves me. She's in this, whether or not like, I've gained, like, 30 pounds since we've been together and all these deaths and, all the
Mhm.
rest of it, just letting
Yep.
myself go, being in a relationship." But I'm like, it's like you have to now keep up because you're trying to, like, for lack of a better term, like, compete with other people to, like and it just, like, fucking sucks, but talk on that.
Well, yeah, I agree with that too. Like, in my relationship, I gained weight and went, and depending on, like, again, the grief we were going through, like, I know that
Mhm.
feeling. And it's not that you're still not frustrated or feeling it, but also you're like, well, it's not like I have to let somebody learn me at the stage. Like, Sarah has known you through every stage. Doesn't mean it still doesn't suck. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's tough. I struggle being single at this time now anyway, because I do feel like that's a big thing. I think a lot of girls are getting work done. I also have, like, never identified as, like, the hot girl. I think I can be very sexy. I think I have, like, a sex appeal that people might be interested in. I think I'm kind of like the quirky girl. Like, I've never been the blonde, hot, skinny girl, obviously. But, like, that's just never how I've identified myself. And so I
You are the hot girl to me, by the way.
thank you. I
You are,
paid
like,
her
the
to say that.
pinnacle hot girl.
I paid her to say that. But I just don't. And I have, like, an interesting face. I don't have, like, a stereotypical hot girl face. I have, like, my features are unique and they're kind of weird and, like, they work together, but, like, I don't have that, like, chiseled, gorgeous, like, big ass. You know what I mean? I just don't have that. I think I'm pretty in my own ways, but I don't ever really feel in competition with hot girls because I'm just like, if that's your type, like, I'm really not it.
100%, and I was not even saying that either to be like, "Oh, you should feel like this." I'm just like, I can imagine in, like, when you're it's like the constantly meeting new people and having like you said, somebody has to learn you again, and you're having to be like, "This is who I am," but in this day and age where everybody's getting work done, everybody's trying to be, like, fucking looks maxing, it's like, how it's exhausting, but, like, I'm
Yeah.
also, like, the person that is meant for you is never going to give like, they're gonna love you for you, and, again, your looks are gonna be something that attract them, but they're not like, "Well, this is the only important thing to me," because that's not the kind of person you wanna attract anyway.
No, but also it's, like, nice to be considered hot, but
Yeah.
I think I'm polarizing in that way. I think people and it sounds so nauseating to, like, say, "You can see my sex appeal," but I think there's a certain type of guy who's like, "Oh, you're sexy," and then the rest of the guys are like, "You're weird," and I'm like, I am, like, I am, like, a quirky dressing look like, I'm not I don't anyway, so and it's like and
You are
then, yeah,
so
like
uniquely you in, like, the hottest, coolest, funnest, best way, and I know you're
do
oh,
you wanna
she's
date
rolling her
me?
eyes. I do actually, kind of, yeah. So anyway, this
But
is
men
me
just
asking you out.
yeah, men don't approach and it is hard. Like, not I mean, God, wish I was getting laid, but, like, that's a whole other thing, right? Like, having your body out with someone and,
Oh,
like, I've
ugh,
never been that girl. I know girls who do not care about their body from all sizes and shapes, and they're so
mhm,
proud of how they look,
ugh,
big girls, skinny girls. I
so
have
jealous.
never felt that. I have been ruined by porn and the media, and I just, like,
Same.
assume my body should look a fucking certain way, and when I'm having sex, there should be not a roll in sight.
Yep. Yeah, meanwhile, you're contorting, moving, fucking legs over your head, like, how the fuck are you meant to, like, look good from every fucking angle when, like, my knee is in my face?
Yes, and, like, I can't. I cannot.
And I can't.
But
But also, I actually saw this thing about, like, fuck, I forget what it was called, but it was, like, anybody who's lived in a bigger body knows that they do, oh my god, what is it? But it's, like, every time you pass a mirror, you, like, look at yourself from the side and, like, suck in a little bit and, like, hold your tummy.
stomach checking, always.
Stomach checking constantly. And I'm
Constantly,
like,
my
"Wow,
whole
I didn't know
life.
that we're all doing that." Oh, my whole life. And I'm like somebody else was talking about how we've all ruined our stomachs from sucking in so much.
Can we let it go?
I know, like, I'm like, "Let me bare my gut, please."
No, but it's so infuriating, and I hate because I'm so aware that my self it's not my self-worth, I know I have other but a lot of my, like, positive thoughts come from when I have a body that showcases that I'm working hard, and,
Mhm.
like, when I'm not, I don't feel good about myself,
Yeah,
and, like,
I
that
know.
sucks, like, that shouldn't make me feel like, "Oh, I'm, like, not hot," because
But
but
I
it's
think
the
that
reality.
comes down to, like, also that, like, working hard, like, that oh god, I can't speak lately, but, like, that translates in every part of your life where you're like, "If I'm not working hard, I'm useless. If I'm not working hard, I'm ugly. If I'm not working hard, I'm fat." It's like we have never given ourselves the chance to rest and to
No.
just be okay to rest.
No,
We
we
have
are
never done that
we're output,
because
that's all it is.
well, I said to Sarah yesterday, I was like, I like made a quiche or I made a couple quiches. I made like a spaghetti sauce. I made like a bunch of stuff for the next day, like for the Mother's Day. And I got the house ready, cleaned the house. Then we had Mother's Day and then they left and I like laid down for a minute and I was like, God, I'm so fucking lazy. And she's like, "Dude, what?" And I was like, "I'm just like, that's how I think about myself." Like, I'm like, "Oh, you've laid" like, that's a real problem. Like, I've laid for 30 minutes and now I'm like, "Oh, you're such a lazy piece of shit." And then I got up and painted the entire deck. Like, we have a 600 square foot deck. And then I was like, "Okay, now I can rest. That's
Where
fine."
you hear the insanity.
Yeah. But I'm like, I really genuinely think it. Like, I'm like, "No, like, this is" and Sarah's like, "You have got to chill, girl. Like, chill."
But the thing
And
is
I
too, not only are you, like, not letting yourself rest, like, feeling that way about yourself, it's like
mhm,
you never actually ever give your mind a break, your body a break, like,
mhm.
you're always just being like, "What else can we do?" So it's like you're never appreciating what you're accomplishing.
I'm like, "Don't I know it? Like, try being in my mind for a second. It's
Mhm.
exhausting." And I'm like, "You know what? This is a great time to go back to therapy, now that
Well,
we're talking about it."
literally. I have a therapy appointment tonight for the first time in, like, 6 months.
Yay! How do you feel about that?
Um, good. It's kind of funny. Well, so a good friend of mine, Courtney, what's up, my meatball, who we used to work together at Jack Astor's. It's her therapist. She suggested her to me and asked if she could recommend her. But she lives, without saying too much, I'll say she lives in my neighborhood. And
Oh,
yeah, but like, so I've like seen her. I know who she is. So I'm like, I hope that's not weird. She seems really friggin' cool, and like she knows that we live close by. So she was like, it's totally up to
okay.
you. Like
Oh,
she was
that would
like,
be sweet, though, just being able to,
right?
like, walk to your therapist.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she seems like a badass, so, I'm, like, hopeful about it. I really hate therapy because,
Mhm.
I start crying right away, especially
Yeah.
like, my
Do you?
anxiety explodes, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, I could do it right now if I thought you know what I mean? Like, I can it happens in an instant, and
Mhm,
it's such an anxiety thing where I, like, have to get it out, and then I'm like, "Okay, I
mm.
feel better." But, like, I'm just
Yeah.
like it's like I'm in trouble, like, I go in and I'm like,
Principal's office vibes.
"Mhm."
Yeah. But you need to work through that, and, like, once you get through that, you're good.
You
Then you
need to
can
go
just
to
start talking.
therapy for that.
Yeah. Oh my god, Disney.
Mm.
Her
You know
Disney mug
me,
has
and my
clocked
Disney
in.
mug.
Um, okay, well, that's good. I'm proud of you. I think it's really hard to get back. I actually was just talking to a friend who's, like, on the other end of therapy, and she's, like, not, like, done it because I think it's a
She's
lifelong thing.
achieved
I've
it?
done it. I did therapy, yeah. Yeah, I did that. What, like, it's hard?
What, like,
Um
you couldn't figure it out?
No, but we were just talking about how she's, like, in this phase where she's like, "'Kay, I'm ready to, like, live my life and make mistakes again instead of, like, therapizing everything," which is not a word, but,
I think
like,
it is.
just overthinking and, like, over talking and analyzing everything. She's like, "I just wanna live now so that I can have something to talk about in therapy instead of being like, I am optimizing every part of my life," you know?
Mhm.
But I think I've been living a little bit too close to the sun, and I should probably go back to therapy.
I just think it's nice, honestly. The reality is, which sucks to be you, but, like, having this every week has felt a little bit like therapy for me
No,
in
I
just that
agree.
I'm someone who and sometimes we're not even talking about deep subjects, but I'm someone where, like, talking is
Mhm.
very therapeutic for me.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Helps me process things. So, like,
Mhm.
this has felt a little bit like, "Hey, this is a set time we're gonna chat," and
Mhm.
even sometimes we're just talking about reality TV, but it's like, that's something that's been on my mind all week, and I'm, like, getting it
Exactly.
out. So I've been like, "Do I need therapy?" Or
I actually have the Pretty Heated podcast. I don't know if you've heard about it, so I don't really know why I'm here.
like, I'm dead ass gonna say that to her. I'm like, "I've been doing a podcast, and I think that's enough, but if you really need to talk to me, I guess I'll come."
If you need my money, I guess
I
I'll
hear
start
you're
coming.
poor.
They can't be poor. They're charging $200 an hour.
No, they're it's insane.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, I get it because I couldn't this is my problem in therapy. I think I've said this on here before, but, like, I'll be, like, talking to my therapist, and then I start thinking about how many people she's had to see that day and how exhausted she must be from hearing their problems, and then I'm like, "I simply can't give you more of my bullshit problems because 'cause they're not even that big."
No, I
And
know, and I'm
then
like that's why it bothers me when they empathize with me. I'm like, "Stop, like, you've heard so much worse than this, like, please be so for real."
I'm like, "It's just my mom died, and then my brother-in-law died a month later." Like, it literally like, "You've heard way worse. Like, it's not that big of a deal."
"Oh, it's
She's like,
fine."
"Uh, you're allowed to lay down." And I'm like, "Fuck off. Don't ever say that to me again."
She gave you that hat, didn't she? We're all gonna win something.
Oh, I actually love my therapist, and she's so cool, like you're saying. But I fear that I am being a little bit performative in therapy. I feel like I want her to like me.
This is something I'm like, I probably should talk about because, like, I feel like I just, like, don't want you to know how shitty of a person I am.
Yeah. Like, one time I went to, like, a deep, dark place and told her something, and then I was like, "So for the next 10 sessions, we're not allowed to talk about anything besides reality TV."
Yeah, you're like, "I don't wanna we're not gonna because you
No.
can't know that about me. Because then
No.
you're gonna know it about me, and every time you see me, you're gonna know that about me."
Exactly. And, like, I feel like we're all good people at heart, but I also feel like we're all so flawed. Like,
So
and
flawed.
but then I'm like, I don't want people to see that because, again, it comes down to this, like, fucking looking your best, feeling your best, never portraying any, like, dumpy disgustingness that we all inherently have.
Yep, and it's just the thing is, it actually makes you better and helps you get over it. Again, your secrets keep you sick, but, like, let me be sick, bro, because like, you don't
Yeah,
get to know about it.
I'm gonna be sick anyway. Also, speaking of that, actually, something that's been really on my mind lately is I started, Lena Dunham's audiobook.
I really wanna read it.
Oh my god, it's so good because I am a Lena Dunham stan till I die. I think she is the perfect example of someone who is sharing all of her shit and people hate it. People
People
are
hate
like,
her.
"Oh, people fucking hate her."
They hate
And I'm
her.
like, they hate her because she's bigger. They hate her because they think she's ugly. Like, they've said everything in the book about her. I think in her first book, and do not quote me on this, but I think she talked about
Putting rocks in her sister's vagina.
yes, it was that. And they were what? How old?
Like, 5 and 3.
Right.
Like,
So,
very young.
kids being, like, insanely curious, like,
Like,
just
a
being
vagina's not
kids.
sexual to a 5-year-old.
Exactly. And, like, but we put that onto kids because that's how we know vaginas to be, right? So everybody is like, "You're disgusting." I'm like, Lena Dunham to me is somebody who speaks the truth, and people cannot stand that because people are like, "I don't wanna know your fucking truth." But I think she is like the voice of our generation, and I know it's been said multiple times, but I'm like, she's constantly speaking truth, and everybody's so afraid of it because 'cause they're so afraid of their own truth.
100%. People are
Yeah.
so scared to confront themselves, and we would
Mhm.
never want people to know our deep, deep, dark things, like we just said, that she has put in writing for everyone to read and judge for the rest of time. And the people
1,000%.
who do that are actually the freest, healthiest, and like Chelsea Handler as well, who's like had her issues,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
have had my issues with her, but all of her books are just about her failings and like her
Yeah.
DUIs and like the fucked up shit she did. And it's like you
But
can
that's the
hide
shit that
that
makes
for
us
the
human.
well, and it's also the shit that people get to hold over you later in life, or you
Yep.
can be like, "Yeah, I already fucking talked about that." Like,
Exactly.
good for you.
Anyway, it's really good. I'm, like, listening to the audiobook. I haven't listened to an audiobook in forever, but, maybe you should read it when you go away.
Ooh, I would love that.
Yeah.
I need to get a book, so well, actually, I have a book that I still need to
Long
read too.
game?
I gotta read it. That's been my book that I was gonna take, so
Okay, well, you should do you have a Kindle?
no, I do, I
I
don't
know, we've
like
talked about
it.
this.
I
You
don't
don't like
like
it, okay.
it.
But then
Um,
you can download books when you're away if you finish the long game because 'cause you'll finish that in 4
I
seconds.
know I will. Yeah, I need to well, was just locked in. I had all my summer house homework, so
So true, and I've kept you busy.
you really did. What were your thoughts on the most recent episode?
Oh my god, it was nuts. Okay, do you know what? I was so fucking distracted by obviously the last little bit that I was like the first half was so wholesome,
So
like
nice.
going to the cancer camp with like Jesse and the gang.
Jesse knows how to perform, buddy. He's smart, man.
He's a
Like,
smart man.
I think it's au authentic, but I also am like, "Genius." Like, bring that shit to the show that no one has ever done, like, except for what, fucking
And I'm like,
crazy.
even in your performative nature, whatever, you're doing something to help
No, it's
kids. So
beautiful, and
great.
you're
Good
you're
for you.
highlighting these things. I was just trying to say was it Everett? Lindsay's first boyfriend who
Oh
did
yeah.
the running thing for veterans, which, like anyway.
Oh yeah. That's
But,
right.
like, that
Yeah.
was the only other thing they've ever done, so it was so nice to see Jesse keep, like, doing these things.
And then KJ, was it KJ and the boys, that episode that he was like, I've never really like bonded with the boys before. And it was just like so cute, made me like want to cry. Also though, fucking, and then, Sarah obviously just like rolling up in her fucking orange suit, like
The
being
Lorax.
hilarious as the Lorax. And then Amanda coming through and she's like, wait, don't spray Amanda. She has a suede jacket on. And then she comes in and she's like, why is there somebody's bag on the front step? Why
Like,
is somebody's bag on the front step?
"Get
I'm
out of
like,
the way or we will shoot
shut the
you."
fuck up. Like, you're so annoying. And I'm like, I can't believe I was blinded by this. And I think I was talking to somebody about it today, and I was like, I think the reason I was so blinded by it was because of my hatred for Kyle, because I was like, oh, he's being so mean to her. And so I was like distracted by that, where I'm like, no, you've always been annoying. Amanda, not fun, her whole life.
Mm.
Mm,
I
mm,
have thoughts because I don't have parasocial, and I don't mean that as I have parasocial relationships with lots of people. Summer House people I didn't because I was just trying to watch it all at once and I wasn't looking because I knew there was drama, so
Right,
I never watched any of their social media or anything because I didn't want to know
right.
what was happening.
Yeah.
So like I feel so I have watched 2 seasons of Winter House now
Mm,
and wish I hadn't. Made me not like
yeah.
Sierra at all. Like at
Oh,
all.
really?
Yeah, I think
Shit.
remember those feelings that I said I had about her, how she, like, thinks she should be picked and, like, that was
Yeah.
literally the Craig, is that his name? Austin, yes,
Yeah.
sorry, Austin.
No, yeah.
Um, Lindsay and Austin already had a thing.
Right.
Regardless of whether it was sexual or not, they had a relationship of a
Right.
long-term friendship, and then, they had hooked up obviously once, twice, who knows with those people, they're all liars. But
Right.
then Sierra gets to the house with no idea of who's gonna be in the house, sees him, he's, like, the only single guy, and she's like, "Oh, that's mine then." And then but the
Right.
whole time he knows Lindsay and her. So, like, he was never due to see he was an ode to Ciara.
Okay, so I haven't watched Winter House, so, yeah, I didn't
It
know
was
that.
bad, dude, and she was
Okay.
mean to Lindsay, and, like, I also
Mm,
have come to the conclusion that her and Lindsay are the same person. They make terrible choices in men, they do not apologize for it, and they repeat the same thing they repeat the same
the
mistakes over and
cycle.
over and over again. Watching her hug West at that dinner, "My baby, you're just a little Westwick baby." I'm like, "Girl, that man doesn't like you. He
I
actually fucking
know.
hates you. Even if he wasn't sleeping with Amanda, which isn't why he's acting that way, by the way. He's acting that way because he doesn't fucking care about Ciara. He doesn't respect her
Mm,
at all.
no, not at all. Not at all.
The Amanda thing's tough for me because the amount of hate she's getting online, she's do it for doing what she did to her best friend. I'm sorry. When you're in an abusive relationship, which realistically on both their ends, Kyle and Amanda's relationship was for 10 years,
So bad.
and he was emotionally abusive to her as well as like cheating on her. He treated her like shit for so fucking long, and now everyone's like, she's so fucking disrespectful. Yeah, of course she is. She doesn't give a fuck about that man. He's such an ass.
That's why I separate the two though, because I'm like, her and Kyle absolutely need to fucking break up. That relationship was horrible. It was doomed from the beginning. She was literally like, he was being like, I don't want to date you because I want to have fun in the house. And she's like, please date me. Like, that's how their relationship started. Like,
Yeah.
boom, doomed. I think like there's two different situations happening here. But I'm like, the way that you treat your best friend, like you just like I read something the other day being like, I hate my best friend's exes more than they do.
Always.
So like it's weird, dude.
That
Like
part,
it's
no
fucking
doubt.
weird.
It is
Yeah.
weird. It's the way she, but again, sometimes I just so wonder, like, how tight are her and Ciara? Are they hanging out outside the 2 months of
Mm,
summer? Like, I really, and I'm
right.
not to say that makes it okay. I'm just really
Hmm.
curious as to like how like these were
I
sold these
agree, and
friendships.
I was thinking about that too, but I also think the way that at least I mean, this is reality TV, man, like, everyone will tell you it's fucking half reality and half, like, staged and performative. There the way that, like, the beach conversation that she's having with Mia, and I'm like she's like, "That's my girl, I ride for her, like, if anyone fucks," and I'm just like, "Don't say that shit then." Like, nobody's asking you you don't have to say that stuff.
But
Like,
that was my point before too with both her and Wes. I'm like, why are they doing so much? Because someone commented on one of our posts, shout out to one of our hotties, commented being like, they were just saying like how performative it is and how insane it was that she said all of that, and
mhm,
that essentially like their opinion was that like West only made up with Ciara, which is like a common thought, to like rebuild his reputation so that
mhm.
he could before he dated Amanda. And I'm like, what was the point though? Because you were just going to decimate it by you and Amanda like you didn't have to do it all. You could have just said,
No,
it actually would have been better had he been like, Ciara, I don't fuck with you at all. You're in
yeah.
love with me and it's kind of weird.
But
And
he
Amanda,
couldn't because he's such a fucking baby. He's such a
yeah, he's a bitch
puss.
ass fuck face with his tiny little hands and his tiny little.
Clip it. It's all right. Um, yeah, no, he's just even when you're hearing these leaked audio clips and the way I'm like laughing so hard because I'm like, everyone's like, well, there West goes not saying anything and not standing up for Amanda. I'm like, guys, duh.
What
He
are we
was
supposed?
never gonna do that. He doesn't even speak.
The most he does is pick up a chair, which is
Yeah, like,
just so weird, dude. It's so strange. And like, that's why I messaged you saying like the whole Kyle being chill about this does give me weird spidey senses.
oh, yeah.
There's something either
Mm-hmm.
he has been told to
Mm-hmm.
act a certain way because it's going to save his reputation, which he also knows. And he should, by the way, still get heat for how he treated Amanda, but he smartly is playing this as the Mr. You know what, the affable, I guess it just what it is, and I'd like to be friends with her because he knows that if he gets crazy, people are going to be like, remember the shit you did though?
So fast, mister. It's literally like all I can think about Kyle is I've just been laughing. I'm like, you've been touched by an angel, girl. That's how I feel.
Literally
You are so lucky. This entire reunion was going to be decimating you.
killing
And
you.
now, like, I'm like, I don't know who's looking out for you, but you are blessed.
Yeah, but there's something there, and I don't know
No,
if
there
it's
is
just
something there.
that.
Was it you? Was it you? Were we talking about how you think that they broke up before the
Yes.
season? And yes, and then they just decided to like stay together. But now, yeah, I think that's why he got so mad. Did we talk about this last?
Yeah,
Well,
because
no, we
I was
didn't.
well, we talked about I said that I have questions as to how much they just had already been broken up, and we're like, let's pretend we're together and then we'll play that out on the show.
Right.
But they were already done.
But that's why I feel like in this episode at the end with the big fight, when he is freaking out, he's like, he has this look of like, we are both on the same page. We know we're separate and you're going to let everybody talk to me like this? Are you
Well,
fucking
and
serious?
she kind of was saying like he's already like we're done, like he's making plans without me. And he's kind of like,
Hmm.
are you fucking kidding? Why are you telling
Yeah.
them about Vegas when like that's something that I wouldn't be doing if we're together, you fucking idiot.
And like, also like, yeah, exactly. Like we're on the same page. in terms of like we're already breaking up. We know that. But now you're gonna let fucking Wes come pull his fucking chair over here. You're gonna let Lindsay talk to me like that. You know what I mean? Like and like he's like, dude, no, like this is too far. Like
Yeah.
now and she's just the shit eating grin on her face. Holy I've never seen Amanda laugh like that or smile like that in my life. I'm like,
It was
she's like
so
she's eating it
creepy.
because she's like, I am the next Ariana. She can like you can see
But
it.
I don't if she I'm sorry, she has to be next level Delulu if she thought she was gonna come out on top of this while dating Wes. I just, like I truly think they're both I don't everyone's like, "She's a sociopath." I think they're just they must be dumb as
As
rocks
shit. Yeah.
because there was no way she saw how backlash Wes got just from not dating Sierra. They thought they were
Yeah.
gonna get together and everyone was gonna be like, "That's cute." Never. That was never the option.
Yay!
Good choice, you fucking assholes. No.
No, like it just yeah, it was never gonna happen. But um yeah, the episode was pretty fucked. Like at the end, I was just like also uh, I'm very interested to see this Carl
The
and Kyle
Carl
fight.
fight. Because it looked like in the clip that someone was holding Carl back.
But yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, so, like, what did he say? Because he did
I
throw
think
the
it
beer at him, but
yeah. I think it's just like all of that. And like Carl, like he's been saying he's been working so hard on just like not lashing out and like he's very therapy Carl right now, you know? So he's just like, I am well. But like somebody triggering you and pushing you to that point, he was just like waiting for a reaction, right? And like
yeah,
Kyle's
he's
like,
been
I
wanting to
know how
fight
to get
Kyle.
under his skin. Yeah.
He's
And
been
I'm like,
wanting
you
to
know
fight
what?
him.
I'm ready for you to fight Kyle too. You
Kyle
deserve that.
does need his little ass kicked.
Oh my God. He's
Just
such a
honestly,
bitch.
in retrospect for what he did to Amanda, I'm sorry, like, he doesn't get off the
Yes.
hook for being that disgusting of a partner for
I
10
hope
years.
they fucking talk about that
Yeah,
though.
that's
Like,
the other thing. I hope they don't just go there and be like, "Poor Kyle got cheated on." He is a cheater. We
okay,
like
but Andy is so fucking team Kyle. It's like, it's sickening.
I know,
So I'm
you
like,
just
and he's always for the boys. Like he's never gonna call out.
no,
But I hope he does because I'm like, you need some accountability here, man.
100%.
But
Um,
yeah,
other than Summer House, what are you heated about this week?
what am I heated about? I'm heated in a good way about like finalizing all of our Spain plans, and I'm just like so excited to go. I feel like the world's been like heavy lately, and I'm just excited to like chill, get away.
You deserve it
Feel
like
very
crazy.
privileged, but yeah. How about you?
I guess kind of same. I am pretty heated about this insurance situation with my car.
Yeah,
I'm keep saying that I'm going to end up better off than I was before, and that
yeah.
is my hope. I would like this to help me because I liked my car, but it is a piece of shit anyway. So I'm hoping that this puts me in a position to not be in such a shisty car.
Bigger and better things in her new Bronco.
That'd be great. If anyone's listening, Bronco would be appreciated.
Yeah, we
And
can.
yeah, hopefully I don't have to because I'm going on this trip. I would love if I could spend money and not be so scared because my car is yeah. So yeah, we're
Yeah,
hoping for better than I was before.
and it's going to be, and it just has to be.
Big fat check coming my way.
Let's go. Okay, well, it was so lovely as per.
As
Um,
per,
I love you.
I love you.
We love all of you.
We love you all so much.
Thank you for being here, hotties.
We love you. Like, subscribe, listen, review, send to your friends, even if they don't like podcasts, even if they don't like us.
Talk shit about us, but listen and download.
Please.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.